Good evening, guys. Good evening to all of you. So, guys, today we will discuss the our exam preparation class. Guys, as you are aware that our first exam is going to start from 5th. Okay. So today we will discuss about that particular paper, childhood and growing up. Right, guys? So these
Yes,
are
sir.
some of the questions, I have written. In today's class, we will discuss our, exam strategy, okay, how we have to attempt our questions, okay, and in last, we will discuss about the some important questions. And guys, I'm giving you the last year solved question and answers, right? Already I have given to you, okay, but some of the questions left, okay. So today I have written, and I'm also giving you last year solved paper also, right, guys? So in our today's class, first we will discuss. So I request first of all to all of you, you should have a copy and pen so that important points, important things you can note by yourself. Okay, guys? So first we'll discuss about the date and time of examination. Then we'll talk about how many long and short questions to attempt, right, guys? Next, we will talk about how many pages we have to fill. Because guys, always you should have one thing in your mind. There is a lot of difference between the attempting the paper and learning the things. Okay. So with your intellect, you have to train your hand also. These are very lengthy papers. Okay. You have to make the strategy because within a 3 hours you have to write 5 questions. Okay, so today we will discuss these all the things. Then on number 4, we will discuss about the time duration, okay, to allot to the each long and short answer, a short question. And fifth, we'll talk about the style, structure, layout of the answer sheet. And then sixth point is, okay, important point, we have to understand the question first, right? How we will understand the question first? By reading the question twice, thrice time, right? And how to attempt questions paper. And in last 8th point, we will discuss the important questions as well as last year paper, right, guys? And after that, there will be a query sessions. Okay. So I'm going to start from the first point. So as you know that exam is going to start on 5th. Timing are 9:30 to 12:30. Okay. And guys, there is a one instruction, okay, we have got from the university. In this exam, you are required to attempt any 5 questions out of a 9 instead of attempting unit wise, right? Earlier you are aware that na ki bhai out of a there are 5 sections, huh? First section is a compulsory, and in the second unit there is a 2 question. Out of a 2 questions you have to attempt one. Then again section C, out of a 2 you have to attempt one. Section D and section E, same, out of a 2 you have to attempt one. But now what the new changes has come, this is for your benefit. Okay, guys, you all have to keep in your mind. And if you have the copy and pen, you can note, guys. Okay, this is a class of only 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But trust me, you will get a lot of things. Okay, so first of all, you have to attempt only 5 questions of your choice, right? The question paper would come the same, right? It was written in the question paper, all the instructions, how you have to attempt the paper, but you have to ignore the instructions, right? Which was written on the question paper. You only have to remember that you have to attempt 5 questions of your choice. First thing, it is clear to all of you? Huh? Side by side, what I do, side by side, I open the previous year question paper so that things would be clear more to you. Right, guys? So I'm going to open the last year paper. This is your last year paper, childhood and growing up. Okay. On your screen, right? This is the paper. Okay, guys. So in this paper, you know how you have to attempt. Please see it. Okay. the same questions would come, same questions paper would come to you. There would be a first is a compulsory, right? Compulsory question. Okay. And in the as unit 1, first, read the instructions here. Please read these instructions. So I'm going to, little bit large the screen so that, it should be readable to all of you. Now I think it is readable to all of you now, right? So what has written in the question paper? Attempt 5 questions in all. Select 1 question from each unit. Question number 1 is compulsory. All questions carry equal marks, right? This is your last year paper 1, childhood and growing up. Okay, paper 1. But guys, what you have to do, day after you have to appear for the exam. But according to the new instructions of the Kurukshetra University, you have to attempt 5 questions of your choice, right? You don't have to go for, for example, in a unit 1, what was earlier? In a unit 1, you were supposed to attempt 1 question from the unit 1. Okay. But now with the latest information, even you can attempt the 2 questions from the unit 1. Okay. Thing is clear to you? Even from the unit 2, you can attempt the 2 questions. Means overall you have to attempt the 5 questions. Okay. So I think, instruction I have sent to you. Okay. It was on the university website also. So please keep in your mind, you have to attempt the 5 questions of your choice. Okay. Now the next thing is that I will advise to all of you, sometime what happens, there is a first question. In a first question, there are, 4 short answers. Okay. So I will advise to all of you and I will request to all of you, please attempt the question number 1, all of you. Okay. Because you have come to know that you have to attempt the 5 questions. Now, okay, guys. So what would be our strategy? What would be your strategy? Today I'm taking that class. According to the strategy, I advise you attempt the first question. Okay. First questions, definitely it will come with the 4 short answers, right? So you have to attempt all the 4 short answers. It makes a 1 question, right, guys? So question 1 is you all have to attempt. Okay. Later on after the class, I will take the query session so that we can discuss. If you have the doubt, you can note on your copy, right? So first question, you all have to attempt. Okay. Now you have to attempt the 4 questions, right? So now you have the option. Either you can attempt the 2 questions from the unit 1, 2 questions from the unit 2. Okay. Your 4 question has completed. Either you can attempt the 1 question from unit 1, 2 questions from unit 2, and 1 question from unit 3. You have completed the, criteria. Even 1 questions you can attempt from all the units. Okay. But I will advise you, the first questions you all have to attempt. And for the 4 questions, you don't have to go, you don't have to see the unit wise. You can attempt any of the 4 questions, right, guys? So I think this thing has clear to you. This is a, most important point, right, guys? So first I have, discussed with you. My second point is that how many long and short questions to attempt. We have discussed, right? We have to attempt 5 questions. Okay. First is a compulsory one you have to attempt, and rest of the 4 questions you can attempt any of the 4 questions. You don't have to go for unit wise. Okay. Number 3rd, I'm going to talk about the number 3rd. How many pages to fill? So guys, this is the important. You all have to write and you all have to do that. In fact, you have to attempt 36 pages, right? In a questions paper, you will get the 18 pages. Every page has the 2 part. You know that. One is a left part, one is the right part. Left part and right part, it makes a 2 sheets. So total, you will get the 18 sheets, right? 18 means you will get the 36 pages. So guys, you know that you have to attempt the 5 questions on the 36 pages. This is the most important, guys. Okay. And trust on me, the more you will write, the more number you will get, right? So for a long question, you have to fill 6.5 pages. You can write, guys. For a long question, you have to fill 6.5 pages. Okay. So there are 4 long questions you have to attempt. 6.5 into 4, 26. 26 pages has filled. Now rest of the 10 pages you have, right? And on the 10 pages, you have to attempt the first question, compulsory question, having the 4 short answers, right? You have to give 2.5 pages to every question. 2.5 into 4, 10 pages, and rest of the 26 pages includes your 4 questions. So total 36 pages you have filled. Guys, these are the lengthy papers. Only examiner has in the mind, first of all, how many pages you have filled. Okay. When he will, go for the checking your paper, so naturally, first he will go for how many pages you have filled. He will see that. Okay. Now you have come to know that for a long question, you have to attempt 6.5 pages. And for a first question, which is a compulsory, having the 4 short answer, you have to go for 2.5 pages. Along with that, you have to remember, for a long question, you have to give 30 minutes, not above the 30 minutes. Within a 30 minutes, you have to attempt one long question. Okay. Now we talk about the timings. Now we have to see the timing also. Not only we have to fill the sheets. Now we have to go according to the time also. So time is our 3 hours we have. In a 3 hours, half an hour, we have to give a one question, right? Half an hour, yeah, maximum to maximum 35 minutes. Okay. When you give the 35 minutes, so 35 into 4, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay. Rest of the 40 minutes, you can go for the section 1, which is a compulsory. Okay, guys, right? So for a long question, 30 minutes, yeah, maximum 35 minutes. Okay, you don't have to go for beyond 35 minutes. Okay, if the question goes beyond the 35 minutes, then guys, you have to jump to the next long question. Okay, instead of giving more time to the one question, because you have to keep in your mind, there should be a 100% attemptation. It is must. Okay. So third point we have discussed. Fourth point we have also discussed time durations for each long question and answer. Now fifth point. In a fifth point, guys, we have to understand how we have to, attempt the paper, which style we have to write. For example, question comes, define the growth and development and write the factors affecting the growth and development. For example. So guys, first of all, you have to at least one page, you have to talk about growth and development. Then you have to talk about the factors affecting the growth and development. 8 or 10 factors you have to write, and end of the paper, because you have to fill 6.5 pages now. 6 pages go for writing and half page you have to give conclusion. Every answer, when you are writing, you have to give conclusion at least 7 or 8 lines. Okay. If you will not give the conclusion, your 2 marks would be deducted. So everybody, guys, you have to give the conclusion also. First, what the question asks, then make the points, and in last, you have to give conclusion. From that way, you have to attempt. Okay. I will show you, because in this notes, in this PPT, I'm also giving you the last year solved paper. Okay. So I have, written all of the answers like that. Okay. Now my 6th point is that, so guys, I will, advise to all of you, at least, read your question at least 2 times, 3 times. What the question says, you have to understand the question. Okay. Then you have to go for writing. Okay. Because when the question paper would come in your hand, So at least it will take only 2 minutes, 3 minutes to learn to, read all the questions. So first read the questions. Okay. Then tick mark on the questions which you have to attempt. Okay. Then go according to the question, what the question demands. Right. And how to attempt paper, we all have discussed. Okay. And now the point is that the 8th point is that we will discuss the important questions and last year question paper. Okay. So guys, we are going to discuss the last year question paper. This is your last year question paper. Okay. June 2021, childhood and growing up. Okay. So this was a compulsory questions, right? Difference between growth and development, characteristics of play, educational implications of a Kohlberg theory, parenting style, right? These 4 questions makes a one long question of 16 marks. Okay. Then in a unit 1, it is asking about define the growth and development, discuss various factors affecting growth and development. Okay. The 3rd point is that, so directly I go for the answer so that we will discuss, we will read the question and we will see, okay, how we have, given the answers of particular questions. Okay, guys, side by side, I open a last year paper and on the second side, I open the answers, right, guys? So I'm going to open the last year questions paper. So this is a last year questions paper. Okay. Childhood and growing up. Okay. So first of all, it is talking about difference between growth and development. Okay. And here, difference between growth and development. This is the guy's growth and development. Okay. Now I think now it is readable to all of you, huh? Right? So this is the growth and development. Okay. So first it is talking about growth and development, characteristics of play, educational implications of a Kohlberg's theory, parenting style. Okay. Now see how I have attempted the same way you have to attempt. Okay, guys. So this is the first difference between growth and development. Okay. So first what you can do, first you can define the growth. Okay. Because I will not discuss the answers because we have already discussed. Hana, this paper we have discussed many times. Okay. Many times we have discussed this. I'm just telling you the strategy, how you have to attempt, right? And what the question demands. Okay, guys. So first of all, it is talking about define growth and development. There are 2 methods. The one method is that first of all, you can define the growth. What is the meaning of a growth? Okay, like that. Okay. Then characteristics of a growth. And then you can define the development and characteristics of a development. This is a one way. The second way, guys, you can make the tabular form. Okay. Like see this from that way. Okay. Difference between growth and development. You can make the heading difference between growth and development. Okay. Then little bit you have to talk about growth. Growth means, change in the size and height. Anna, this is called the growth. And on the other side, development. Development is a continuous process. Okay, it goes from birth to death. Development is a comprehensive process. Even it includes the growth also. And below is the difference between growth and development. Okay, then you can make the tabular form like that. Growth and development. Okay, guys, from that way. Okay, I will share this file with you. Okay, after the class, don't worry. Okay. Next question, characteristics of a play. So it is talking about, from the play, how the, child learns with the play. Hana, by the play, he learns a lot of things. So these are all the characteristics of a play. Hana, you have to write. Okay. The third question is educational implications of a Kohlberg's theory. So what the Kohlberg theory, in a unit 2, there are 3 theories. One is a Piaget theory, one is a Erikson theory of 8 stages, and third is a Kohlberg theory. So this is a short answers of a Kohlberg theory. So you have to write the educational implications of a Kohlberg theory. Okay, this is a short answers. And last May that was a parenting style. Hana? See this paper. Difference between growth and development, we are done. Characteristics of a play, educational implications of a Kohlberg's theory, and parenting style. Right? Parenting style, we done it. Okay. Then, question came in the last unit 1. Define growth and development, discuss the various factors affecting growth and development. Okay. And second is a adolescent stage is a period of a stress and storm. Justify the statement with the help of a suitable example. So guys, ये देखिए, first the questions define growth and development, discuss various factors affecting growth and development. अब देखो, these questions you have to at least read 1-2 times so that guys you would come to know that. Ab now you have to fill 6.5 pages. Okay, sometime what the mistake student does that, they define growth and development at least 3 pages. So guys, here growth and development you can give the 1.5 page or 2 pages. It is enough. Okay, because out of a 16, growth and development is only 6 marks. The rest of the 10 marks are the describe various factors affecting growth and development. Okay, so for the growth and development, this is my meaning. For a growth and development, you have to fill at least 1.5 page or 2 pages are enough. The rest of the 4 pages you should fill with the describe various factors of affecting growth and development. Okay, like that. First, growth and development I have finished within a 1.5 page. Okay, and rest of the 3 or 4 pages I have written about the various factors affecting the growth and development, like heredity, food and nutrition, fresh air, sunlight, physical exercise, functioning of glands, child rearing practices, sex difference, intelligence, siblings, race and culture, peer pressure, right? So these are all the 10 points you have to write. And sorry, I forget to write the conclusion. So guys, you have to write the conclusion also. You have to make the point, heading a conclusion, SION, and then you have to write at least 5 or 6 lines. And what you have to write in the conclusion, you have to write in the conclusion what you have defined the above answer. Means growth this side, development this, and these are the factors which are affecting the growth and development. You have to write at least 5 or 7 lines. Okay, so many questions I have written, but in the first questions I forget to write it, but you must write. Okay guys. The second question is, adolescent stage is a period of a stress and storm. Justify the statement with the help of a suitable example. Okay, अब देखो questions को, just read the question, and what you have to write in this question, you have to write in this question what are the problems faced by the adolescents. Okay, what are the need and problems, what are the psychological problems of the adolescents. This thing you have to write. And you should know that this statement is given by the Stanley Hall. Stanley Hall has said that adolescent is a period of great strain and stress, storm and strife. Okay, so देखो what the examiner has done it. Okay, examiner ने क्या किया है, in your question paper there was a the syllabus was various stages of adolescence and child, right? But he has made the question adolescent stage is a period of a stress and storm, just to confuse you. But the answer is the same, guys. You have to write about the adolescents and what are the need and problems of the adolescents. This thing, okay? So when this type of a question comes, so then you have to talk about the adolescent. Adolescent is a stage of childhood and adulthood, 13 to 19. This is the stage of a adolescent, and you can write 1 or 2 definitions if you know that. Okay, then after that you have to write the problems faced by the adolescents, right? Social behavior, sex behavior, moral behavior, right? Early maturing and late maturing. Okay, role change. Okay, peer pressure, emotionality, pressures, peer pressure, achievement and interest, all of the problems which are faced by the adolescents, drug abuse, identity crisis, okay, self-concept, level of aspiration and achievement. These all things you have to write. Okay, because he is talking about adolescent is a stage of strain and storm. Okay, so you have to write all the problems, psychological problems. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
The meeting will finish in another few minutes.
Okay.
So I request everybody to join on the same link because this is not paid account, it will be disconnected automatically. So
Okay.
please kindly join on the same link once again.
Right. So looking for a new experience and thinking more about right and wrong. ये देखिए conclusion guys. Right. I have written the conclusion. Na? The same way you have to write the conclusion. Okay. One disturbance is coming, guys. Please, can you mute yourself? Disturbance is coming. Okay, thank you. So from that way, you have to write the conclusion. Okay. In a conclusion, you have to write about what you have defined the above. Okay, guys. Okay. Then the third question is that, okay, we see our questions paper. In our questions paper, define growth and development. Huh? We have done it. Okay. Adolescent is a stage of a period of a stress and storm. Justify the statement with the help of an example. We have done it. Unit 2. Ab unit 2 mein it is asking about, please read the statement, read the question. Describe the various stages of a Erikson theory. Erikson theory, na, you know that we have discussed. Ana personality theory, psychosocial theory. Malab 8 stages of a Erikson you have to talk about, right? And second, it is a easy one. It has come, Piaget theory. Many times, guys, we have discussed the Piaget theory. Ana, you have the notes. Even I have sent you the notes also. Even in your in your answer book, in your books which we have sent to you, it is written very clearly, in an easy way. So 2 questions has come from a unit 2, right? Earlier, out of a 2, you had to attempt 1, but now you have the chance to attempt both questions from the section 2 also, right? So you can define Erikson theory of 8 stages and cognitive theory given by the Piaget, the 4 stages of the Piaget theory, right? So I have made a notes for you, okay, once again, right? Because I have giving you the one file which is containing the answers of the last year paper. Okay, because these are the stages of a Erikson theory, stages of a psychosocial development. Okay, these are the 8 stages. Trust versus mistrust, because personality is affected by the person. If you are carrying the baby with a very well way, he develops the trust. Okay, if it is not cared by, it is not cared by with a smooth way, with a love, with affection. Okay, it develops the mistrust. Similarly, these are the 8 stages: autonomy versus shame, initiative versus guilt. Okay, all the 8 stages we have already discussed. You have to talk about under the Erikson theory, right? Then you can talk about the limitations, and educational implication is must. Even, guys, it is not asked in the question educational implication, but you must have to write. This is our class. This is the motive of our class. Why this class is called the exam preparation class? Because we have to understand that what are the important things. Like I have told you that the question comes, define growth and development, discuss various factors of growth and development. So students, even sometimes student does, fills the 3 or 4 pages for growth and development. Okay, because he knows growth and development. It's an easy concept. But guys, in a 1.5 page, you have to finish. The rest of the 4 pages, you have to define factors affecting the growth and development. Similarly, when the theory comes, either theory would come Erikson theory, Kohlberg theory, or Piaget theory. You have to write at least 1.5 pages for the educational implication. In the last, when the theory would finish, you have to write the educational implications, okay, for 1.5 pages. And last May, 4 or 5 lines may you have to write the conclusion. Okay, I have written the educational implications, right? Erikson theory, as well as I have written the Piaget theory. ये देखो Jean Piaget की theory, right? 4 stages we have already discussed. Okay, no need to discuss. Today we are just discussing what would be our strategy. You know that, है ना? Many times you have done it, right? In your assignments you have sent to us. Okay. So these are all the 4 stages of Erikson theory. And ये देखिए last में I have written the education